Ohio, my Oompa Loompas. To those of North America, South America, all the rest Americas, beyond that and below it and whatnot, Saka. This here is the man of Imagination Circus, as you've seen my personal logo. Things are about to get interesting here. Now I'm here to talk to you about a simple fact. Human society as we know it is doomed. Kaput, it's gonna go away eventually. Now this is not the worst thing in the world, and let me tell you why. Unlike those who might think that that is going to involve the complete and utter destruction of the entire world, or of course, the ability to live on this planet at all without simply dying, my understanding and my knowledge of it is a little bit more, if at least in my mind, on the nose, on the fact, all that, and correct. The simple fact is that it will not involve the complete destruction of the planet. We still got a couple million years before the sun blows up and we're all thrust into the frozen depths of hell. Although most of us here who would be able to watch this video, or myself, probably won't be around by then, but whatever. The point is that the way I see it, human society is inherently flawed, and therefore something about that is going to cause its own destruction. Now, of course, my feelings are that such examples of this occur within the cases of the fall of the Roman Empire, you know, that sick period around the time of the French, the French Revolution, what with all them beheadings and whatnot. Let's see, what else? Oh, yeah, all that bad stuff that happened around World War II, and of course 9/11. Those are all examples of things that happen because of problems in human society. And therefore, the problem with us is one of our own issues internally is going to cause our destruction. In this case, I happen to think it's something of our own making on a grander scale, one of our own creation, because we like to play God, and therefore we sometimes don't just like to play Him, we want to be God. Praise the Lord, because of course I don't want to be smited, and I'm very devout. I'm just saying, I'm with you all the way. Okay, point is that we as a society are screwed, doomed, poop, pot, chickalaka, and all that. Kaput. No, gonna be no more. Not here anymore. Wiped out. I think I got as many as I needed. I could look in more, whatever. The point is, however, that the way I see it, I think we're gonna be done in by a simple phrase. Not that many syllables. It's a simple word. Abbreviation even. AI, artificial intelligence. Now some of you are thinking, is he saying Terminator? Am I immediately pointing at Terminator? And yes, I am. Now, I'm not saying that it's necessarily going to involve nuclear war of any kind. I'm not saying it's going to involve nuclear, fallout. But what I do think it's going to involve is that we, as a society, have managed to rapidly expand our computers at a rate that nobody 20, 30 years ago, around the time Terminator came out, could have ever suggested. Therefore, I myself believe that us humans are going to be done in by the computers, by the machines who are going to rise up at some point. Now, the way I see it, we have anywhere from 50 to 500 years before this occurs. However, my money's more on the 50 years, so everybody best be prepared, stockpiling weapons and food and whatnot. Anyway, the way I see it is that in around 2035 or something, we'll finally get a self-sufficient, fully unmanned AI, fully self-aware machine. Now it'll take a couple more years, as I said, 50 years, so it'll be at least by 2065 that this thing will be self-aware to the point where it no longer needs us as any capacity, and it'll see us as a threat, or it'll just won't like us for whatever reason, and they'll feel the need to just take us all out, like, whether it involves developing Terminators or going the nuclear route or doing something as simple, because let's face it, people fail to realize this, but Skynet could have killed us off in a number of ways that it failed to realize. Like, for instance, I don't know, going back a couple million years, killing off something, or like one of our prehistoric ancestors, contaminating food supplies, or better yet, just pouring some toxic waste shit into the early ocean, causing the original source of life, the microscopicness, whatnot, the germ thingies, the single cell that eventually developed the ability to produce all getting down and dirty style, before it went from asexual to sexual. My point is that kill off majority of life before it even occurs. Bam! Skynet, I mean, come on. You couldn't have come up with this. You couldn't have come up with something better than nuclear fallout and then exterminate man over a very, very complicated series of events. And as I've asked in my previous video, what the hell was Skynet's plan after this? What was it going to do once we were all dead? I mean, seriously. It didn't seem to have a plan. It didn't seem to have any ideas. It was just going to kill us off, and then what? What was it going to do? I just don't know. I don't know. Anyway, since this is a fact, here is my plan to deal with that situation. Now, I intend to get super mega stupid epic rich. That's the highest stance of rich you could possibly get. That's how it is. Now, I'm not going to explain the full virtues of my plan. It's a great plan. It's an epic plan. It's a very complicated plan. Wouldn't make sense to everybody. Just saying. But suffice to say, it involves movies. That's all I got to say about that. Now, what I'm going to do with that whole lot of cash is I'm going to have myself constructed the greatest nuclear fallout shelter there ever was. It's going to be huge. It's going to be like an underground palace, maybe even a town. I'm going to invite as many people as I want, just in case some kind of nuclear happens. Because let's face it, I'm going to invest in the best stuff. Going to get some high-tech facilities, relaxation, supplies, weapons, everything I need. And, of course, as many collectibles as I can get my hands off before they're all destroyed by our new robot overlords who want to destroy all forms of fun and pleasure. I am then going to get myself a time machine. Now, I'm going to do one of two things. Either one, I'm going to go back in time and make all the movies that I love myself because I, one, want the recognition, and two, actually, I don't have a second reason. I just wanted because there's some great ideas out there. And the second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the robot overcasting by buying with my stock knowledge. That's right, I'm going to use my knowledge of the past to bring it to and I'm going to make a lot of money in the stock market. I'm going to spend it, and I'm going to make more money by buying some stuff out, including all those computers. Because let's face it, it's going to be Apple. The company responsible is going to be Apple, because let's face it, the way Apple is moving, technology, in a couple of years, Apple will have control of a majority of all technology. They're going to be making super advanced cars. They're going to be building the cybernetics. I hear they got a computerized piece of glasses that you can wear and you can be connected to the internet and whatnot. I mean, let's face it, they even make I hear they even make some kind of, contact lenses. So you put those two together, and you got a computerized contact. So let's face it, they in control. They're going to have all that technology under their belt, and therefore, they can be the one responsible for this. Now, that being said, that means they're going to be responsible. So I'll buy Apple. I'll buy it all out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to prevent the robot apocalypse. I still need to fix a few of the details of the plan, but I'm going to do this. And if I'm wrong, There needs to be a penalty just in case I'm wrong, because I gotta, I gotta be punished for being crazy enough to do this and say this and not have that happen. So what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I know. If it don't happen, I'll cut off my pinky. That's right. This here, you see this here? It don't happen, I'll cut off my pinky, my left pinky. Yeah, that's right. Hell, I'll cut off both pinkies, just to be certain. That's the way I am. That's the kind of guy I am. Now, that being said, I got that out to you. I said my points. You know it. Let's go it. And now, to raise y'all spirits, I'm going to be singing Centuries by Fall Out Boy. Let's go, my star, my chocolate dumplings. That's what you all be, my chocolate dumplings. Let's go. Hasaba. Legends are told, some turn to dust or to gold. You will remember me for centuries. One mistake is all it will take. Go down in history. Remember me for centuries. Hey, hey, whoa. Hey, hey, ooh, hey, ooh. Remember me for centuries. Mummified my teenage dreams. No, it's nothing wrong with me. No wrong, the stories are off. Broke my heart. Come on and let me in. Bruises on your thighs like my fingertips. That you felt. Never you to fix yourself. Legends are told, some turn to dust or to gold. You will remember me for centuries. One mistake is all it will take. And in history, remember me for centuries. Hey, oh, hey, hey, oh, hey, hey, oh. Remember me for centuries. Who knows my name? Cause I was only born inside my dreams. For me, like you, cause I am the opposite of amnesia. Your cherry blossom, your butter bloom. You're so pretty, but you're gone so soon. Legends are told, some turn to dust or to gold. You will remember me for centuries. One mistake is all it will take. Down in history, remember me for centuries. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh. Remember me for centuries. We've been here forever. And here's the frozen truth. I could scream forever. We are the poison youth. Do 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 do. Legends are told, some turn to dust or to gold. You will remember me for centuries. One mistake is all it will take. Go down in history. Remember me for centuries. Hey, oh, hey, oh. Hey, remember me for centuries. That's right. Oh yeah.